So I'm from my living room today. This didn't feel so great, and I didn't want to potentially expose Grant or anyone in the dojo. And I was a little curious to try doing this from home, honestly. Thought it could be kind of fun. So happy Easter, Passover, all the things. Because today is kind of a special day, I thought we would do like a heart opening sequence to kind of radiate positive, loving emotions. And usually that stuff is kind of fluffy and I'm like, oh, heart openers. But I did a heart opening sequence the other night and I found myself like getting a little teary. So I think there's some power to really physically opening the space. And especially now when we have a lot of not great things going on, a lot of anxiety, uncertainty, death, quite frankly, just a lot of negativity. Never a better time to focus on the heart and love and loving each other and having love for yourself as well. So I wanted to offer a quote that actually comes from the Bible, but I think it touches on the importance of the heart and especially self-love. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. So today, our flow is going to open our heart. So we will go ahead and get started. Just a comfortable seat. If you have blocks or if you need to run, get them, if you'd like them. Otherwise, just find stillness where you are and just start to check in with the physical body and how you're feeling today. Start to deepen the breath. As you're here, take a moment to notice where the breath is traveling. So if you'd like, you can do the exercise where you're following the path as it moves in through the nostrils, into the lungs, all the way down into the lungs, and then the reverse path. Just starting to notice the breath, where it is, how it's affecting you. Go ahead and start to further deepen the breath. And as you do, pause for a moment in each breath cycle to focus on an intention. It can be positivity in the heart. It can be in the present moment. It can be anything that you would like to manifest during your practice this morning. Go ahead and take 5 really long breath cycles, focusing more on your intention and how it can carry you. After your 5th breath cycle, just blink your eyes open. And when you're ready, we'll all do our first movement together. So I can see you guys this morning, which is nice. So let's all inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands at heart center. One more breath, up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Next, inhale. All we're going to do is start to rotate our neck. Excuse the pops. Just start to gently bring your ear to your shoulder. Do whatever is comfortable with your hands. Take your head in a half circle in the front. Gentle movements to wake your body up. And go ahead and half circle in the back. And this will be the first kind of move where you can feel your throat and your heart opening. If you like, you can also pause at the very back and let your head just kind of drop open. Let your mouth open. When you're ready, slowly come back to a neutral spine. All right, so first thing this morning, just going to get some gentle stretching in our legs. So extend out in front, getting nice and rooted through your sitting bone. Extend through the balls of the feet, the heels, really liven up the back of the legs. Once you feel nice and rooted here, you can engage your core, and on your inhale, sweep up. Gaze up if you like. Exhale, just hinge. This should be a pretty shallow pose right now. Let your neck continue to warm up by a gentle rotation. If you're able to and you'd like to, you can take your gaze towards the top of the thighs and maybe you feel a stretch in the back body. I've been on the couch for 2 days, so I'm feeling every movement. One more inhale. Exhale, neutral spine. Next inhale, bring the soles of the feet together and just gently let your knees butterfly. Can actually see me a little better here. And when you feel like you've kind of found your resting place, grab the ankles, elbows on the knees if you like. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, just hinge forward, just another shallow hip opener, just to get us warm. Here you can take your gaze up with your inhale, and exhale, let your head and your gaze drop down. We'll be here for 3 breaths, so inhale, gaze up. Exhale, round down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one, inhale up. Pause. Exhale down. Inhale and send your legs long again. Shake it out. All right. We will get on our hands and knees for tabletop. Check in with your alignment, your knees under your hips, wrists under shoulders. And from here, we are just going to take our cat-cow. So on your inhale, just drop and really exaggerate this motion in particular. And when you're in your cow with your belly drop, think about creating space in your clavicle, the front body. So how you can do that is just kind of gently roll your shoulder heads a little bit to the side and back. And on your exhale, when you round down, do the same thing. Think about really stretching and really getting the deepest stretch and the deepest expression on your exhale. So just gently move through these. Connecting your inhale with your exhale. Take 5 with your own breath. And when you're done, just come to a neutral spine. All right. From here, we are just going to work on our balance and our core, not just, but not anything crazy this morning, just getting warm. So on your next inhale, extend your right foot behind you. You can keep your left foot kind of as your kickstand. And when you're ready, extend this left arm out in front of you. This is all we're going to do for now. Find a drishti, your unmoving point, and focus on that as we're here for 3 breaths. On your last breath, come back to the mat and take a cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale, round. Back to neutral spine when you're ready. All right, inhale, left leg behind you, right arm out. Extend nice and long. And as you're here, think about inhaling and being strong and tall as much as you can in your pose. And also on your exhale, think about kind of sinking in a little more. So just think about these subtle breath connections with movement. Last breath in. Exhale, release, back down, cat-cow. All right, one last floor exercise. Let's stretch our wrist first before we're here too much longer. So you probably know the deal, but either way, start your hands, let's start palm up. So palms up facing you, fingers facing the knees, pointing towards the knees. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, lower back on the feet, pressing your weight gently into the top of the wrist. And breathe here. Come off of the wrist and just gently rotate, releasing the pose. All right, back down for the opposite stretch. So this time, palms down, wrist face the front, knee. And inhale, extend up in your arms. Exhale, sit back ever so gently. Breathe into the forearms. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Just gently shake it out. And our next pose, we are going to actually be on our knees. So from your knees, we're going to do gate pose. So take your right foot out. Your right foot will be parallel to the edge of the mat. And you're just going to be gently rooted through that foot. And on your inhale, we're going to sweep the left arm up. And as much as you want to hinge over this right leg, you can. It shouldn't be like a ton unless it's comfortable and you're not dumping. So you need to kind of like on a reverse warrior, a similar thing with our side body. Engaging and stretching, but not losing integrity. And just breathe into your hip, into the side body here. One more breath in. And exhale, come back to both knees. And when you're ready, left leg out, parallel to the opposite side. Root nice and strong through the leg. Inhale, right arm up. Keep breathing. One more deep inhale. And exhale back to center. All right. From here, we're just going to do a very gentle camel. So not the full extension. What I mean by that is really just from your knees, press into the toes. So I like to be in this position. If you have more flexibility and you want to go there, I wouldn't advise it since it's early. So I keep your feet like this and take your heels, just a little contact here. Very brief, very gentle heart opener. Let the head drop back. You'll feel this in your throat, in your chest, in the low back. One more breath in. Exhale, come back out. Find your orientation before you move, since you were in a bit of a head drop there. And when you feel ready, come to stand. All right, now I've migrated forward and my head's cut off. All right, so we'll go ahead and start moving. I'm gonna face this way so it's more natural. Inhale, lift up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. First forward fold. Keep a generous bend in the knees. And let's go ahead and take our hands at the low back just to allow the shoulders to kind of open. You don't have to take the full shoulder rinse. Just taking the hands at the low back. Alternate the weight in the feet. Waking up the hamstrings. Back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root through the feet, rise up. Extend all the way up. Exhale, hands at heart center again. One more time, inhale, lift. Gaze up, exhale all the way down this time. Plant your hands and take your flow. Since it's the first one, maybe go slower and find out where you are today. Pausing anywhere that you need. And when you find your down dog, just start to pedal up the feet. Really press through the heels, thinking about the heels melting towards the mat. All right, deep breath in. Exhale. Next, inhale, walk to the top of the mat. Stay here. As you exhale, sink a little deeper. Keep a bend in the knees. Rotate the head again. As a reminder, if the back of your body, the back of your neck is really tight, as you're in your forward fold, you can gently take your hand to the base of the skull and just bring the head further towards the body. Deep inhale here. Exhale, release, and see if you can sink a little deeper. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Take a moment here to focus on your intention or your breath, whatever is going to carry you through your practice this morning. When you're ready, flutter the eyes open. Inhale, sweep up again. Exhale all the way down. This time plant your hands and take your flow again. And since this is a heart opening practice, on your up dog or your cobra, really think about exaggerating, really opening through the chest, even taking your gaze up higher than you normally do. Just a little extra pause in that pose today. Back it down dog, pedal out the feet. Deep breath in. Exhale. All right, one more cycle, then we'll get going. Inhale, walk to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root and rise all the way up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, sweep up again. Exhale all the way down. Plant your hands and take your flow. And after this, take a little child's pose, either knees on opposite sides of the mat or knees together. If you want to start opening more into the hips, use your the wide-legged version, the traditional version. And as you're here, really extend through the fingertips, like you're reaching something for something above your mat. You should feel the back of the body engaged. You should feel the hips start to warm up. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink. Think about your hips coming to meet the heels. Your next inhale, walk your finger pads onto the over off the left side of the mat. Get a right side stretch. Keep the head down. See if you can find some additional opening in the neck. Any movements or non-movements that help you. One more breath in. Exhale, hands on the opposite side, off to the right side of the mat. Next inhale, come back to center, and we will pop right back into down dog. Pedal out those feet. Let the head hang heavy. Wardrobe problems. This thing is getting in the way of my earbuds. One moment. All right. From your down dog, extend your right leg up and back, really reaching. Be very strong through your finger pad and your standing foot. Just rotate the ankle, then the knee, And then re-extend. Inhale deeply. Exhale, bring it through. We're going into warrior one. So your right foot will be straight forward. Your back foot is going to be down at a 45. We don't do this one a lot, but it's worth exploring every now and then. You're still going to get the benefit of the hip crease opening like we do in crescent, but it allows you to do more from here in a more stable way. So that's why we're going with it today. So I have some arm movements and then some kind of heart opening things. So the first thing we'll do is just inhale and come up to your regular warrior one, wherever that is, wherever your arms are. I'm suggesting the traditional expression with your biceps up by your ears. Things to check for that your shoulders are kind of down the back body, so you're not pressing. You want to be more strong, aligned, really engaging through the arms. So deep breath in here. Settle in. On your next inhale, you're going to take your fingers, kind of like you're pointing, and re-extend your arms up. And again, think about your shoulders. You want your shoulders to be nice and down the back body. Deep breath in. On your exhale, send your arms out in front. You can bring them into a little prayer instead. Just activating the arms a little bit here. So think about the front body kind of being open, even though your hands are closed. Sink in a little deeper to your pose. You can even use your hands as a focal point for a drishti. 2 more breaths here. Next inhale, rise back up. And we're going to take our hands back behind us. So low back clasp, straighten the arms, gaze up, puff up the chest, and exhale forward for humble warrior. So you're going to be in your strong foundation with your feet, and your shoulder is going to come to the inside of your right leg. Drop your head as much as you can, that is comfortable. And your shoulder, you should be getting a shoulder rinse with the extension you have in your arms. 1 more breath in. From here, we're going to release our hands down to the mat and step our front foot back to meet the other one and take your flow. Once you're back in your down dog, just continue to pedal the feet. Any exploration that feels good as you're here again. Next, inhale, left leg up and back. Shake that ankle out. Then rotate the knee. And extend long again. Deep breath in. Exhale, come up to the front. Warrior one on the other side. So left foot forward, right foot down at a 45. Adjust the width of your stance. And when you're ready, arms up. Check in with those shoulders. Nice strong gaze ahead of you. One more breath in. Go ahead and point. Extend your arms up again. One more breath in. On your exhale, lower in front. Check in that the shoulders are nice and down the back body. Find your drishti, sink in a little deeper. Next inhale, just take your hands at the low back, clasp, straighten, gaze up, inhale. Exhale, down your shoulders. Your left shoulder is going to be on the inside of the left leg. Drop the head, gaze back at your back foot if it's comfortable, and breathe deeply. One more inhale. Drop your hands to the front of the mat and take your flow. Once you're here, pedal, pedal, pedal the feet. And maybe press your torso a little bit deeper into your pose, pushing the torso towards the legs. Deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Next flow, right leg up and back. Really extend. Just reaching, and press more into the standing leg so you get a hamstring stretch on the left. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring that foot through. We're going to plop it down in the front and we're going to our knee. So if you need to do anything to accommodate your knee here, go ahead and do that. Basically, we're coming into our low lunge. And from here, we're going to do a similar thing to what we were doing standing. So inhale, arms up. You can bring the arms together, check in with your shoulders. Should be kind of rolling down the body as much as you can, kind of countering the lifting so that you're not scrunching the shoulders too much. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands.
Arms to press here.
So just breathe into this front hip crease. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale. From here, we're going to plant our hands on the inside of the right foot. Keep your left hand planted. Twist, right arm comes up. Extend through the right fingertips. Final twist. And a little heart opener. So as you're here, think about from your left fingertips to your right fingertips being a nice open line. Strong line. Keep pressing into the mat with your feet and your back knee. One more breath in. Exhale down. And from here, come up off the back knee and send the top foot back to meet the left. Inhale in. Exhale, lower down and take your flow. Once you're in down dog, deep inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Next inhale, left leg sweeps up and back. Really pressing into the right leg. Firing up that right hamstring. One more breath in. Exhale, bring that left leg to the top. Plant the left foot. Come to the right knee. Low lunge, other side. So from here, same things. Really pressing your knee as much, your right knee as much forward as you need to open the right hip. And when you're ready, extend up. One more breath in. Exhale, hands come out in front. If you dropped your hands and placed them on your left side, go ahead and do that here. Just kind of gives you a little extra depth to the pose. Also kind of challenges your balance a little more. Even though it feels grounding, it's kind of challenging because it takes you a little off your square. One more breath in. Exhale and plant your palms down for your spinal twist on the other side. So your right palm will be planted, left fingertips reach up. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink. One more breath in. This time, exhale, plant both palms at the front of the mat. Come off of the back knee, raising and extending the right leg again. Send the left leg to meet and take your flow again. And when you are back in down dog, come back to child's pose. I'm going to offer a variation, which is to take your hands at your spine, low back like we were doing from standing, and just bring your arms up. So your shoulder rinsing here, and you can even take your hands, now that you're kind of rested and this motion is less disruptive to your balance, you can bring your arms kind of to the left and right and get into your shoulder a little more. Just be very gentle. And when you're ready, you can release your binds. Just let your hands come down by your feet, rotate the wrist, any motion that feels good to relieve the arms. Come back to your breath and intention. All right. Come back to a comfortable seat. All right. From here, we are going to first do a little core, and then we will do some standing poses from our back. So for first core exercise, we're going to do boat. So boat is actually a heart opener if you think about it, because we're extending our hearts and opening our chest. So that's what we're going to do for our core today. So for setup, root through your sitting bones, your core is going to light up pretty much automatically. And then whatever version of boat you would like to do today. So just lifting your feet a little bit. This is boat. Extend your arms forward, shoulders back down the body. Balls of the feet engaged. Light up that core. Don't forget to engage your arms as well. And just breathe. 2 more breaths. Last inhale. And on your exhale, bring your knees to your chest. All right, now we will do high boat. So if you did high boat last time, you can try an even higher boat, or you can try a more normal boat. All right, set up for round 2. We'll be here for 5 breaths. So be very strong, be very mindful in this pose. All right, inhale, legs up. Your legs should be kind of straight and at an angle, arms out, deep breath in. Three more breaths. If you're shaking, that's a good thing. Last inhale, make it deep and strong. Exhale, go flat on your back. Bring your knees in. You can rock side to side. All right. Squeeze those legs in a little tight. Exhale, release the legs long. Time is just flying this morning, guys. All right, so let's do a few standing things from our back. So the first thing we're gonna do is like our tree, but we're laying down. That doesn't mean that it's an easy pose. So you should still be flexing your feet just like you would if you were standing. So go ahead and engage the feet, which should in turn engage your quads, your calves. Go ahead and start to engage through the core. Arms can be up and out just like you do in your Tadasana, your mountain pose, just like you normally would do standing. The difference is when you're taking a little bit of a restorative version. Deep breath in, exhale. Next inhale, we're going to move into tree. So just like you normally do, keep one foot nice and flexed, just like you're standing. And your other leg is either going to come kind of like a kickstand at the ankle, at the calf, inside of the thigh, or your half lotus, wherever you are. Find your reclined tree. And you're even going to grow your branches. So since we're opening our hearts, if you want to do your arms goal posted, think about if you were standing, what would be engaged, and engage those places, especially the core, the legs, chin still nice and parallel, strong pose. Deep breath in, exhale, release. And instead of shaking it out, we're going to bring our feet like a bridge and then windshield wiper the knees, little spinal twist. And back down, other side. So engage. I've started on my left, but if you were following me, you'll now be on your right. So start engaging and pressing through the right foot, and your left leg is going to be wherever it was on the other side. Setting up for your tree here. Forgot to talk about the drishti. So since we're laying on our backs, the ceiling is a perfect drishti, right? Because most things on the ceiling don't move. So find some point on the ceiling that you can still focus your attention to. And hold this. One more breath. Exhale, go ahead and release. Bring your feet to the mat and little spinal twist. Very good. All right, so extend the legs long. We're going to do fish pose. So from here, you can kind of do whatever with your feet until you get into the posture. So don't worry about your feet just yet. Bring your hands to your low back, kind of like you're doing legs up the wall, except your legs will be down. So your hands will be right under your hips. And then you're kind of gonna roll your shoulder heads under to come onto the crown of the head. So hopefully you can kind of see, and my cues make sense. Where you'll end up is on the crown of your head, looking back behind you. And you're gonna be supported by your forearms mostly. And this is a really good heart opener, throat opener. Just breathe here. Eyes open or closed. One more breath in. And exhale, just gently tuck your chin and come off of the crown of the head. Unroll the arms. And let's do a counter by hugging ourselves and bringing your knee to your nose. Curling up in a tiny ball, deep inhale. Exhale, release long on the mat. All right. So from here, we're gonna do some, we'll do some hip openers, and then we'll go back on our, actually, just kidding, onto the belly. I want you guys to have a more natural transition into your Shavasana. So we'll start here. So we will be doing some Cobra. So, you know, you thought you had plenty of Cobra in your flows, but we're gonna do some more of this. And one of the reasons is it's so good for the low back. So if you ever have back tightness, now that we're all sitting at possibly weird desks, not our normal ones. So this is really good for you to do throughout the week, anytime you feel low back tightness. So just start, your legs are gonna be kind of zipped up, as they say, tops of the feet into the mat, pressed and active legs. Your palms will be by your rib cage, and you're just going to press up. You don't have to press up very much. You will feel this in the low back, and as much as you can, try to let your head drop back. Deep breath in, one more breath. Exhale, right cheek to the mat. To release the back, you can windshield wiper the knees. Pausing on each side. Back to center. Bring the feet back down to the mat. One more time. Press in through the palms. Press up. Deep breath in. Exhale, release, left cheek to the mat. Windshield wiper the knees again. Let the feet come back down. From here, we're gonna do a locust with our bind. So go ahead and clasp your hands at the low back. If you have a block or a strap and you want to kind of meet the difference between your hands here, you can also just kind of reach. That's perfectly fine as well. Go ahead and set up your hands. And on your inhale, you're going to straighten and lift the chest and the legs. So inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest and the legs, gaze up, breathe. One more breath in. Exhale, right cheek to the mat. One more locust. So set up. And when you're ready, we're going to lift again. Inhale, lift. One more inhale. Left cheek to the mat. Windshield wiper the knees if you like. We're all going to meet with our feet up, setting up for bow. So everyone put your feet up and reach back for your ankles. If you have a strap and if you want to kind of tie your feet up so you can meet the difference, go ahead and do that. We're going to grab the ankles. Your arms will be straight. So same lifting action as locust. All right, ready? Inhale, lift. Two more breaths here. And exhale everything down. All right, now from here, we have 10 minutes left. So I want to make sure that we pay attention to our hips because we've been focusing on the heart, the shoulders. So let's do a pigeon. So as always, you can do recline pigeon from your back with the figure four with your legs. Or if you like to do the traditional version, which I always recommend, we will all meet in down dog. So from here, just warm those legs up again. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, bring the bottom of the right leg to the top of the mat. Left toes, right toes will be behind left wrist, right knee behind right wrist. You can stay here. You can fold down. And an additional option for you today, if you want some additional intensity, is you can reach for your back foot. And that will also get in the front hip of your left leg. So wherever you are, try to find stillness. I'm going to hold us here. So if you do this, only do it for a few seconds and then release it down. We'll be here for 1 minute. All right, go ahead and come onto your hands to re-extend the right leg long. Take any movement, rotating, anything you need, and set it back down. And prepare for your other side. Extend the left leg long. Inhale and exhale, set up. Your left knee will be behind the left wrist, right toes behind the right wrist. If you tried grabbing for the back leg on the other side, do that here for a couple breaths. And then let that leg go, extend long. Keep breathing here. And go ahead and come on up. Send that left leg back. Extend again. And go ahead and set both legs down and come to your back. All right. From your back, we're going to do a couple more things real quick. One is a bridge to kind of counter some of the heart openers and the spinal opening we were doing there. Just a little counter for that. So go ahead and root your feet down, lift the hips, and roll the shoulder heads back under. Redistribute your weight back into your quads. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, come back to the earth. Bring your knees to your chest. And finally, a really big heart opener for those of you who have wheel in your practice. If you like to set up for wheel, if you've never tried it, you can try today. Just be gentle on the descent. Make sure you tuck your chin when you come down. As for getting up, you're going to plant your palms up by your ears. Fingertips will be towards the toes. So if you take your hands up and then kind of bend them down back by your face. And then all you're gonna do is kind of gently lift everything up. Same thing with your legs when you're in wheel. Try to redistribute into the thighs and the quads. Deep breath in. One more breath in. On the descent, tuck the chin. Very gently lay yourself back down. Knees into the chest. All right. If there is anything else that your body is calling for, you have a couple minutes for yogi recess. If there's nothing else that you need, you can go ahead and begin your Shavasana. Some options could be a brief legs up the wall, or a waterfall that moves into plow. If you have inversions in your practice, now is a good time for a headstand if you feel warmed up. Otherwise, you could treat yourself to a Shavasana. So I will take the Shavasana and I will wake you guys up. Have to find something to simulate a gong, but we'll figure it out. I'll let you know when your rest is over. Enjoy. That was supposed to be a gong. It did not sound like one. You guys want to start wiggling your fingers and your toes. Take a nice full body stretch. When you're ready, roll onto your favorite side using your arm as a pillow. When you're ready, you can come to a comfortable seat, bring your hands to heart center and keep your eyes closed, taking the last few moments to reflect on how you're feeling, how your intention carried you, and anything else you'd like to think about before you move on. Bring your knuckles up to the third eye to remind yourself to think pure and loving thoughts for yourself and for others. Knuckles back at back at the lips to remind yourself to speak pure and loving words to yourself and to others. And back at heart center to remind yourself to have pure and loving intentions for yourself and for others. Namaste. All right. Have a great Sunday, everyone. Hopefully it was a good start to your day. Yeah, I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you next week.